Hello my friends! The simplest solution is quite often the best solution, and that is why in this video I would like to show you two products from a company called Zike, USB-C hub Z706 and USB-C external drive Z791. One of the challenges with switching to, let's call it, mobile platforms is the lack of ports and expansibility. I've been using both the hub and the USB-C drive for a couple of months now, and in this video I would like to show you what can be done with them and help you decide whether it is the right solution for you. We will start with the USB-C hub. First I will talk about the specifications, and then I will show you how I use it for various content creation related tasks. So the size of the hub is 59 by 20 by 9 mm. The weight is 17.3 grams, so basically negligible. The outer shell is made of aluminum and it feels very solid, and I would also say premium. The USB-C connector is long enough even for cases with a taller bottom part. It connects to your device using USB-C, and the connection is 10 gigabits per second or USB 3.2 Gen 2. Regarding the input ports, we have two USB-C ports and one USB-A port. Both are again capable of 10 gigabits per second speed, which is fantastic and actually the reason why I have decided to make this review. The microSD card reader supports UHS 1 standard, which means reading speed of 160 megabits per second and write speed of 120 megabits per second. Maximum pass-through power or charging rate is 27 watts, so you will get full charge speed with iPhones, but it will limit some other devices that support higher charging power. I would say that this choice of ports is the best possible because it is primarily designed for iPhones, which means that it shouldn't be wider than an iPhone. Two USB-C ports are probably a must, and USB-C-A is probably the second most useful port. The reason why I like that Zike has included a microSD card slot is that it serves not only as a reader but also as an additional memory, and that brings us to the use cases. So the first task that I use this kind of hubs for is transferring files from a memory card to an external SSD. Thanks to those two 10 gigabits per second USB-C ports, it is great at that. It does so very quickly and reliably. I'm mostly using it with CF Express cards, 10 gigabit per second SSD and 10 gigabits per second PGY-Tech card reader, so that 10 gigabits per second interface of the hub is very useful. You can also use the USB-A port to connect the SSD, and in that case you can even charge your device whilst transferring files at 10 gigabits per second, which is extremely impressive from a tiny 17.3 gram hub. I have used it extensively with iPhone 16 Pro and iPad Pro M4. I've also tested it with Mac Studio M2 Max and with PC, and the functionality with all of those devices was flawless. USB-C external drive Z791 is mainly designed to be a convenient way to attach external storage to an iPhone with ProRes recording in mind. It is basically a Samsung microSD or TF card with up to 1TB in a permanent USB-C enclosure with a display and, importantly, USB-C input connector. It is just 59mm wide and the weight is again negligible at 17.3 grams. The USB-C connector is also long enough even for use with bulkier cases. The device itself is magnetic and it works with MagSafe. To use the MagSafe functionality, you need to use one of the supplied extension cables depending on the size of your smartphone. The claimed read speed is 160 megabytes per second and the write speed is 120 megabytes per second. The connection itself is USB 3.2 Gen 1 or 5 gigabits per second, which is still rather important, as I will explain in a minute. This is definitely not the fastest storage out there, but it is sufficient for the main intended purpose, which is ProRes recording. I have tested up to 1 hour of ProRes recording with iPhone 16 Pro and it worked with no issues. Besides that, you can also use it as any other flash drive loaded with files of your choice and use it for work or entertainment. One very important possible use case for content creators is that it allows you to plug the Zike storage to your device and then plug a USB-C card reader to the Zike storage extender. That means that you can use it to copy or backup files from your SD or CF Express card to the Zike storage using just your smartphone. You can actually plug the USB-C hub Z806 into the storage extender and use it that way. A nice feature is the display, which shows you the type of the connection, the charging power, and the temperature of the storage. It can pass through 27 watts, which means that you will be able to charge iPhone 16 Pro at full speed with the drive connected. I have tested it with iPhone 16 Pro, iPad Pro M4, Mac Studio M2 Max, and with PC, and the functionality with all of those devices was again flawless. Unfortunately, it doesn't work as SSD storage for Panasonic cameras. That would be a very neat solution. Zike also makes Z791C next level USB-C magnetic extended storage, which is much faster at 1 GB per second, so I will try to get that one for the review, and I hope that it will work with Panasonic cameras. So these were two, in my opinion, interesting and useful products from Zike. I enjoy using them a lot as I like these minimalist solutions, and maybe you will be interested in them as well. So that's it for this video, thank you for watching, I hope that you liked this video and that you found it to be useful. Stay tuned for more videos and maybe consider subscribing if you don't want to miss my future content. I appreciate your feedback in form of thumbs up or thumbs down. If you would like to ask anything or share opinion, please do so in the comment section, and see you next time.